Hello and welcome to Behind the Bands, a show where we get a closer look at some of Joplin's local musicians and performers. We're your hosts. I'm JJ Ramos.
And I am Sukriti Brathoki. Today we dive into the life and music of Josh Jennings, a folk rock artist who's been making music for decades with over 100 recordings, 7 albums, and platforms like Spotify, and a career that spans a lifetime. Josh's music reflects his experiences, his passions, his struggles, and his joy.
Today, we'll get a glimpse of the man behind the music, the songwriter, the father, and the worker who continues to create, inspire, and connect with audiences around the world. Let's start off tonight with one of his original songs, Only Goodbyes.
Indeed, I remember the time you took my hand. The night birds are calling the lovers back to the beds. What I came for, what I want, what I never even got were goodbyes. I'm ashamed I'm left, I lied to myself for goodbyes. 'Cause we give our lives time after time for goodbyes. Yes, miles and miles and miles of only goodbye. Yes, I'd be lying if I thought the crying would help. I'm only going backwards, I'll never get the last word in. Like what I came for, what I want, what I never even got, goodbyes. I'm ashamed I'm left, I'm lying to myself for goodbyes. 'Cause we give our lives time after time for goodbye. Yes, miles and miles and miles of only goodbyes. Yes, we give our lives for only goodbyes. Miles and miles and miles of only goodbyes. Yes, we give our lives for only goodbyes. Miles and miles and miles of only goodbye.
We're here now, live in studio with Josh. Josh, it's great to have you here today.
It's great to be here, guys.
So let's start at the beginning. How did you get started with music, and what drew you to folk rock?
I have been playing in the area for over 25 years. I'm from about 15 miles south of here in Neosho, Missouri. I started writing, I want to say, when I was around 15. I can remember writing just like poems, you could call them. I called them songs because the way I structured them, it was like verse, chorus. But then I had like a book full of songs, and that encouraged me to learn the guitar, to want to play the songs, perform them live. And so that's what I did. I worked on learning the guitar, majors, minors, 7 suspended chords, and as quick as I could learn them, I would be writing songs with them. And then I just jumped right into a band and worked on writing songs with bands, and that's about it.
Yeah, so you just mentioned that you've been doing this for decades now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you've done over 100 recordings and 7 albums. Like, that's a great job. So what kept you going all this time, and how was your sound evolved over the years?
I've always loved just like writing and rhyming and just finding different ways to make things rhyme and just like what rhymes like throughout the verses and the choruses and different things like that. And so just writing songs makes me want to keep going and then just as many as I can write and just personal experiences and just the joy in playing live music as well.
Yeah.
So the art that an artist makes always reveals quite a lot about the artist themselves. Can you give us some insight into the themes and subject matter that appears frequently in your music?
Yeah, I've always said my songs are like my life story. You pick a time in the last 25 years, and I probably wrote a song about it. You know, if it was about meeting my first love, or asking my wife to marry me, or having a child, or political or wars, or just anything that's happened. You know, there was a moment in my life, and I probably wrote a song about it because that's what I love to do.
Yeah. So yeah, apart from being an amazing singer, you're also a father and have said your kids inspire your music. How do they influence you, what you create? And can you share a moment when they really pushed you to write something very special?
Yeah, I've written a lot of songs about different experiences. Having a child, their first day of school. You know, when they're sad, you write a song for them. There was a time I was sitting down to write a song. My son was 4 at this time, and he's like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "I'm writing a song," And I was like, "You want to write a song with me?" And I was like, "What do you want to write about?" And he would name things. We lived in the country at that time, so he would name the barn or the house or the truck or the cows, and stuff like that. So I would incorporate that into the song. And so one of the first songs we ever wrote was co-written by my 4-year-old son, and it turned out awesome. People loved it, and people can relate to it. So
Yeah, that sounds cute.
thank you.
So the next song that we're going to be taking a listen to is called Blue Sky Turned Green. Could you give us some background and insight into this before we take a listen?
Sure. I wrote that song 2011 after the May 22nd tornado, and it's a song about hitting rock bottom, starting your life over again. Just through the darkness and despair, you find your way to overcome those things and, start a new page in your life. And that's what that song was, Blue Skies Turn Green.
Wow. Well, it sounds like this next song is going to be a good one. We'll be back with Josh in a moment. Let's take a listen to Blue Sky Turned Green.
All this trouble that's around me finally caught up with me, and it seemed that I'm down to my last dime, and it's only time to realize just what I had left and all I ever wanted. But it seemed to me like a blue sky turned green. And I wish you the best, 'cause we've always been more than friends. And I'm a fool who don't stand a chance. As far as I'm concerned, you're my only best. But a hard day's night I've longed to find, and it seemed to me like a blue sky turned green. Slow down, don't go too fast. I want my life to come without the past. And just breathe, brand new breath. It'll clean the air back up again. 'Cause it's all that I can do, and it's only for you. And it seemed to me like a blue Blue sky turned green like a blue sky turned green.
We are back with Josh Jennings. What does a typical songwriting session looks like for you? Like you just talked about it with the son, but you might do it that, of course, a lot of time alone. So do you sit down with a clear idea, or do you let the song just come to you originally?
I like to start with the guitar and maybe come up with something that sounds cool and it's like a little melody, and then start writing words to it. Just whatever comes to my head. Usually I can't write them down fast enough, it seems like. I like to just push record and just start improvising and singing the song. And I've kept songs like that without ever changing them. You know, and then you could always go back and find what you like and listen to it. But a lot of times the words just come out and they're always there. They're right there for you. You just have to scramble to get them down basically on paper. And that's when you know you got a good one.
Yes.
So you said that your recording process starts at your home studio, and you said earlier that you always start with guitar, but you do play multiple instruments on your tracks. Do you ever start with an instrument other than guitar and build from there?
Yeah, that's what I like to do. Start with the guitar and then add the bass in and then the vocals and backup vocals. And then from there, I like to add like a lead instrument and put some drums in there, you know, kind of complete the sound. And the home studio kind of gives me the freedom to just do whatever I want. And then it turns out the way I want. And so my new album I've been working on is kind of a reflection of that and the work I put in.
So, as you said, you record at your home, but you've played all over the place: Neosho, Eureka Springs, Tulsa, Springfield, and more. So, how does that live audience impact your performance? Do you approach a live show differently than a recording session?
Yeah, I have played at a lot of bars around Joplin and Neosho and other towns, and I love playing live music. I've always played a lot of original music because I've written so many. So when I go to play a live show, you know, I have to work up probably 30 to 50 original songs, and it's great. It's really fun because you kind of go through a journey as you're playing the songs, and each song takes you back to almost like a feeling you've had.
Yeah.
An experience, you know, that you've had, and so I love playing live. It's I do it almost just as much for myself as I do the crowd. I hate to say. But.
Yeah.
So you've said that you've played in bands as well as solo. Do you have a preference for which you would like to play in more during live performances? And how does the energy differ between both sorts of environments?
Yeah, I would say playing in the band was funner, easier. It's a lot more energetic, and I think the crowd really feeds off that more. I think playing solo is its own thing. It's more intimate. It's more like you can tell a story. People can relate to you, I think, a little easier. And yeah, I love playing solo too. I think of the great artists who can pull off that solo act, like Tori Amos or Willie Watson, people who just like own the stage and have you at every lyric, and I'm something I'm still working on.
Yeah. It's never too late to learn new things.
That's right.
So you play covers, but also write your own music. So how do you gauge what an audience prefer when you're performing?
I think the audience loves to be engaged. I think anytime you can get their attention, have them relate to what you're saying, whether it be a cover song or an original song, if the people can relate to it, you'll draw their energy in and you'll feed off that. And there's nothing better than feeding off live energy and people coming up to you and saying, "Oh, I really like that song," you know, and that's never a better feeling than that.
Yes. So with that, we're now going to take a break to listen to another one of Josh's songs. Here is It Ain't Me.
it's me, but it's not. But if it's true, I'll walk with all regards to what I'm trying to do. If it ain't me, then it's you. And though the days are long, but my thoughts are strong. With all the world's going through, let's take some time for two. If it ain't me, then it's you. If it ain't me, then it's you. Ooh, all through the loneliest nights. If it ain't me, then it's you. Ooh, holding me tight. With all the world's going through, let's take some time for two. If it ain't me, then it's you. Feels like we've been here before. In another life, I'm sure. Might take the whole afternoon till I finally knew. If it ain't me, then it's you. I come here more than I like, but it was love at first sight. My lonely days out through, I think we're long overdue. If it ain't me, then it's you. If it ain't me, then it's you. Ooh, all through the loneliest nights. If it ain't me, then it's you. Ooh, holding me tight. With all the world's going through, let's take some time for two. If it ain't me, then it's you. If it ain't me, then it's you. All through the loneliest nights. If it ain't me, then it's you. Holding me tight. With all the world's going through, let's take some time for two. If it ain't me, then it's you. My lonely days are through, I think we're long overdue. If it ain't me, then it's you.
We're back now with Josh Jennings. The song that we just heard was It Ain't Me. Is there any special meaning behind this song?
It Ain't Me was kind of written to be like a funny song. You know, I wrote so many serious songs, and songs always come from, you know, like a dark place or an emotional place, but I wanted to write a song that kind of gave grievance to the other half. You know, I mean, I think of like this song being a video and a guy walking down the street, and you know he stops to pick up like a quarter, and somebody trips and drops the piano, or he sees a girl looking at him and he's like, and it's the guy behind him. You know, like you can't help but kind of stumble over your own feet sometimes, and so It Ain't Me. It's the first title off my new album, and it kind of sums up the whole album in one, I feel like.
Yes, that's a pretty good song. So the music industry has changed so much over the years, like with so many platforms now available. How do you navigate marketing your music, and what challenges do you face in standing it out?
You know, there's so many new platforms. I think finding the ones that people are into, finding out how to get on those platforms, how to, you know, like get your craft ready for each one is tricky. But I've found my way onto Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, YouTube, and DistroKid. So getting them on there is tricky, but it's definitely the new way of doing things, I would say.
Yes, in the era of technology, that's
right.
a must.
So finding the right audience or the right people to connect to can definitely be a challenge. Do you have any advice for artists trying to connect with their audience in today's crowded music scene?
Oh yeah, I would say be yourself. I think people enjoy realism. They want to see what you have to offer, not how well you do something else somebody else has done. So just stay true to yourself, and don't be afraid to write something down, keep something on paper, go back to it. The most important thing I think is to let other people hear it and let them be the judge.
Yeah. So, finally, after all these years of making music, what's next for you? Are there any new projects in the works, or do you plan to take things in a new direction, something new?
I'm working on a new album. I think just the love of writing and recording can't stop me. So of course I'm going to keep writing. My new project. It's kind of a collection of songs that I wrote when I first started writing, and some other ones that people have told me they've liked that they've heard live. And I've been writing for 25 years now, so a lot of the old recordings are just so rough and just like maybe acoustic. And so now I'm kind of revamping them, taking them to the next level, and just seeing what's going to happen. And that's what my new albums will be. So stay tuned for that one.
So, can you talk to us about how people can get better connected with you on social media and how to reach you for booking? Like, what do you prefer?
Probably Facebook would be the easiest way to find me and get a hold of me. I love Spotify is a great way for people to check out my music, and those would probably be the two best ways.
Thank you so much for being in our show. It was great having you. This has been a look behind Josh Jennings on Behind the Bands. Join us again next time as we talk to another local band and get a taste of their music. I am your host, Sukriti Brathoki.
And I'm JJ Ramos. Thanks for watching Behind the Bands. As we say goodnight, here's Josh with The Wrong.
Is it the stars under the sky that has me appalled? Joe neon signs, or is it the need to let someone in once again? I'm in the wrong, and I'm here alone. Yes, I'm in the wrong, and I'm here alone. 'Cause back in the day, when I was young, it didn't bother me nearly as much. And if I could change one thing, I would. It's true, I'm in the wrong when I'm here alone. Yes, I'm in the wrong when I'm here alone. When I should be gone, gone, long gone away. I should be gone, gone away. I should be gone, gone, long gone away. I should be gone, gone away. 'Cause it's 2 a.m. and I'm still here drinking, wondering where my life went so long ago. But if you were thinking that I was almost done, I'm in the wrong when I'm here alone. Yes, I'm in the wrong when I'm here alone. I'm in the wrong when I'm here alone. I'm in the wrong when I'm here alone.